This is my recent version of Square Dancing Rampage. This is Development 2 Spr1. I'm just going to go through, show the credits. Game mode. Right now it's for easy mode, so let's display easy mode. And that'll show any time we change it. Start the game. And got my menu up here. Little guys, little bottle, there's nothing right now. Those guys here, this is little my dash down here. That's player 2. Let me go through, show you the menu I got here. Return to main menu. Turn the game, sound on and off. And see, the menu takes you to the main menu. Start again. Let me show you the main menu and turn the sound off for now so you can hear me explain a little better without any sound. Okay, here's the game here. I'm going to get this guy close enough so he can get some attacks. Okay, so now he's highlighted. And now I got a little roll here. And this is just a little button right now, it doesn't actually roll, it's just a button. So I hit it, shows I rolled a 2. He also rolled a 2 and he blocked it, therefore he takes no damage. He still has 5 hit points, so each time either he would get something the same, or if he gets a higher number than me, he'll block it. That is him defending. That's a 1, he definitely blocked it. It's a 4 and a 2, so I did 2 damage to him. So he went to a 5, now to a 3. So let me go over to somebody else and attack them. See, now he's highlighted with the attack. Just tell me I can attack. Push that, and I did a 3, and I got a 5, so he blocked it. With a 3, and he did a 6, and he definitely blocked it. It's a 1 and a 6, he definitely blocked it. Another 1 and a 3. Oh, 1 and a 1. Man, I'm not lucky with these ones. 5 and a 5, man. There we go, 6 and a 4, and I did 2 damage to him. Took him down to 3. Go to this guy over here, and you can see this guy back here making some random moves. We'll get to them though. Roll an attack, and blocked it. Blocked it. Here we go. Well, did another 2 damage. Good at doing 2 damage. Oh, looks like they moved away from me. I'm going to try and attack this guy here. See, he's highlighted. Do a 2 and a 6. 2 and a 2. 6 and a 4. Here we go. No. What do you know? Another 2 damage. Well, I'm going to do more than 2 damage, darn it. So I'm going to roll again. And did another 6 and a 4. And got another 2 damage. Now let's see if I can destroy him. Did a 6 and a 4 again. Blam. So I got the best of him. Let's go to this guy here. And I'll roll. Got a 3 and a 4. 4 and a 3. 1 damage. There we go. Something different. Now we've got 4. And I'm trying to attack Pappy here if I can get to him. And he's running away from me. Get to him. Oh, move. Darn it. There we go. Oh, he's running away. There we go. I got him. Yeah, I moved into the space he was trying to go into first. So, let's see here. I'll attack him. 2 and 4, he blocked it. 2 and 5, he blocked it. 3 and 6. 4 and 1, yes, I got you. No, I did 3 damage to him. And 6 and 1, so I annihilated Pappy. As you can see, you can only attack people you are facing, and they can only attack if they are facing you. But I can always do one of them since he's an attacker here. He can move around people pretty easily and take them out. So you see they subtract their damage until they're down, so you took another 1 damage. 6 and 1, he is removed. So every time you roll and you do damage, these guys will take damage accordingly. This is how easy mode will work. It's kind of a tutorial to get the hang of attacking. Eventually it'll maybe get some more into it. But eventually there'll be the medium mode in which these guys will be attacking me and I will be taking damage, or I'll be defending, trying to block them. So that's that right now. Thank you for watching. Okay, so this is the script I was working on this week to get my roles to work. Spent a lot of time on this. I had some other scripts that I had to scrap. It's been trial and error. It's a lot of work. I had to make some new models for the displaying numbers and rearranging that, working with the actual dice itself, and making sure that all works. Most of this was a lot of trial and error getting this to work, but it all works correctly, and I'm hoping to also get set up for when I have to do medium mode, where I'll be getting the chance to be attacked by the enemy, and they're going to be chasing after me. So let's see here. These are just some of my variables here. I got a private for role was. This is this part of where I was kind of experimenting. These 3 here and this one. A few of these I've been using. The win, lose, attack, defend. I'm not really using them. That was just also part of it. But from here, the player 1 roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and player 2 roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have my integer for attacks, defense, and an outcome. And I have one for e-health, which is enemy health, and I'll have one eventually for player health. I'm going to work on that a lot more and do a bit more research and testing, trial and error, the whole works I went through already this week. And of course I got my game objects. This is to actually display the numbers above their head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and eventually for player 1 and player 2. Again, I just have that out because I haven't gotten that down yet. I haven't been able to get player 2 to work. I would have loved to have been able to get that this week, but time was very short for Thanksgiving week, and but I feel I did my best. I put all my time I could into it. There were sometimes doing some enums, just identifying whether it was enrolled outcome and just kind of display everything that was kind of happening. It just ended up being for debug purposes later. But here's my public for dices, stages, dices. Another one, this was to try full round with the rotation, keep that in place. On void start, and then e-health starts with, or equals 5, because all the players have 5 health. Will be set for that as well. I have all these rolls set false, so it's not starting with a bunch of dies all over the place. And just along with these 2 is also part of my experiment, so this is really not relevant. And a lot of this really isn't really relevant part of my experimenting here, so, but it still works with it, so I just left it. And along with this is how I was switching my stages, the switch case here. Nothing on my on touch up, my on touch exit. Here I got some more stuff I was experimenting with on touch exit, but mainly works for the dice, making sure that's not gonna always appear when I'm moving or going around. Here I got a boolean for the first player. I just put that for junior. Just kind of my go-to name there for a variable. You know, I have one for player 1, player 2, but I really need one right now. I have my attacks equaling random range. This takes it 1 to 6. I have 1 to 7, but it's really 1 to 6, along with defense. So if it's you know, player 1 junior, which is usually any of the enemies, player 2, or I don't know, I'll put it player 1, but it's the other player. And if attack is greater than defense, outcome equals attacks minus defense. So if the outcome equals 1, it's going to take 1 minus your health, or the enemy's health. If the outcome equals 2, it's going to take away 2 health, and so on and so forth, until we get down to 0, in which case, nothing left. So this is where if the health equals 1, it's going to display the correct, 1. If you have 2 health, it'll display the 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4, and 5 for 5. And 0, you will lose your dice, you lose your player, you lose everything. So, and this again was some experimenting, trying to get the other one to work. It didn't work as easily as I thought. I need to put a lot more time and thought into it. This here is just where you display the actual numbers that you are wrong. So, your attacks, which is the attackers, what you're displaying. And defense, this is what defense are displaying. Now this is what I experimented most of the time with, and along the ways I had to, with like button 3, I had to add some more variables for like the dice, fix some stuff up. Make sure I fixed a lot of errors I had this week as well. A lot of just simple warnings too. Cleaned a lot of stuff up. And in collision player 1, I had to add a game object for each of the dice. And to start, make sure they're all false, and on touch exit that they're false. And here it is on collision. You know, if it's an object tag, it's going to set the ones that's correct true, and the ones that aren't false. So you're always going to get the right roll for the right person. And on exit, just gets rid of them. And here on the player object, I just added my dice so that sorry. It's down here. Might have been part of my experimenting. It doesn't really need to work too well with it, so. Yeah, this is part of what I did last week. Make sure all my players move correctly. I'm going to work with my arrows. So, yes, I didn't end up using my dice. I could probably get rid of that. But, yep, that's my code. Most of it, again, was here in the dice script. I actually had several other scripts. I was trying to get this to work out of more than one script, but eventually consolidated this all into here, to my dice script, and was able to get everything working through there. That's it for this week. Hopefully next week I'll make some better progress. Thank you for watching.